Michael Irvin joining us here on the show. How are you, Irv?
Rich, what's up, buddy?
I'm saying, look, Dak looking the way he did last night was special and crucial, certainly for the mindset of those out there thinking that, well, maybe Romo still should be the quarterback in Dallas, which I have heard, by the way, over the last 2 weeks. And we know Zeke can run, certainly when a hat is being put on a hat on the offensive line. And Dez doing his thing. But DeMarcus Lawrence, if he can provide that pass rush single-handedly on occasion, that's a different ball of wax for the Cowboys. What say you, Irv?
Man, Tank was off the chain. Rich, I get in there. I'm tweeting as he's coming around the corner. Because at the start of that game, I thought, oh, my God, you're giving Carson Palmer this kind of time. And they're in that bunch set, and everybody, you can't jam them at the line of scrimmage. I said, this is about to be a long day. And I was thinking, it's going to be Armageddon tomorrow on the Dallas Cowboys if they lose this game. And then Tank Lawrence starts making his plays and getting back there. And this dude, it was a beast. It was like he took a step, man, in who he is as a player, and, of course, took a step towards a tank load of money that's coming to him if he keeps playing like this.
Well, how sustainable do you think what we saw last night can be? What do you think? How sustainable is that?
And it was so great because I thought John Gruden did a great job of talking about, man, every time this dude leaves the game is the only time they have a moment to pass the ball. I think Tank can do this throughout the year, and I have some opportunities to do this with what they learned on offense for the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. I was happy to see them move a little bit forward and putting in that read option and starting to use Dak legs because everybody's tightening all 8-9 men in the box, and they're knifing in. The defensive end, that's what Denver did, and everybody's going to try to pick up that blueprint, and now adding Dak, putting that ball in his belly and pulling it out, coming around that corner is going to make everybody start holding back and watching and reading a little bit, which will give those guys up front better blocking angles.
Michael Irvin of the NFL Network, my compadre from NFL Game Day Morning, every single Sunday morning, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Ask him the poll question. Brockman, go for it. Ask Michael Irvin the poll question,
Irv,
why don't you?
Irv, who's the best team in the NFC East? Cowboys, Eagles, Redskins.
We took the Giants off, bless them. What do you got?
What you guys, is that your poll question?
It is.
And you know what I love?
What?
And the poll is a poll. It's in the right order. The poll is a poll. Your poll question is a poll question is standing up as a poll because that's the order it goes in right there. And, of course, the Giants become the base by which it all stands on because it's the bottom of the poll.
Wow.
So you didn't just say Cowboys. It was actually in the order in which Brockman read it off.
Which was alphabetical order.
Right there. That's the order it goes right now. Cowboys, Eagles, Redskins, and Giants. And now the Eagles and Redskins are probably a lot better, I'll say better than everybody expected. We expected it to be the Cowboys and the Giants. And the Giants, seeing if they can overtake them because they boasted of being the only team to beat them last year. And now that's not the case.
Well, but Irv, I mean, if we're going on a week-to-week situation where if I asked this question last week, obviously Dallas wouldn't be leading the poll as it does. But Washington looked phenomenal against the Raiders. I mean, they hit them in the mouth and then walked around with a certain swagger that we haven't seen in some time. So you don't lend credence to what Washington's done so far?
Oh no! I just said I give them credit because I think they're better than we gave them credit that we thought they would be. But I believe a lot of what you saw last time because I got Oakland in the Super Bowl too. I think it was more Oakland not being Oakland than Washington being a Super Bowl team right now. So I do believe Oakland's a very good team, but got caught slipping right there, and Washington took advantage of it. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a good game coming up for Washington too.
Michael Irvin, my compadre from the NFL Network, and also Showtime, and a Pro Football Hall of Famer for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going down your entire resume because I don't know if you saw last night somebody whiffed on what team you belong to when asked on a Jeopardy question. Irv, did you see that?
Well, what's that? He didn't get it in the time. I heard the beep beep. The button went off, but it was already missed time. So
No, I think if we gave him a couple more minutes, but they also
They weren't gonna get it.
Last night, somebody when the answer was Marcus Allen, the question was supposed to be what? Who are the Chiefs or the Raiders? Right?
Yes.
And they said, what was the answer that was given?
The way he said Colorado Rockies. For Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I don't think they were going to get.
You know what was funny when I see stuff like that? It takes me back to when I was a kid, right? And I don't know why, as a kid, and even when I got in the league, why do you think everybody in the world who has eyes watches football? Because that's how you see it, because it's what you do. When I scored my first touchdown in the Super Bowl, I still thought everybody in the world just saw that. And the people in Jeopardy was saying, man, what are you talking about? We don't even know. We don't even know who you guys played for. That was so funny watching that.
So, Irv, who's the best team in the AFC? Is it the Chiefs? You got somebody else or you're still sticking with the Raiders?
No,
I
still like the Raiders for the Super Bowl, but I do love what the Chiefs are doing. And man, they found some. You've finally given Andy Reid the toys to play with, and they're both so explosive and powerful, and Hunt and Hill, and then he adds, Kelsey to that mix, man, and he's just doing an incredible job with it. If that defense can hold up, and they keep doing what they're doing on offense, because they're so explosive. We used to talk about Alex not putting the ball upfield for the big plays. Now they're saying you don't have to all the time. Just give it to him on a little play, and he'll make it a big play. That's the formula. That's a formula that they have found, and finding Hunt is the key ingredients in that whole formula that can make you a great meal.
Irv, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, what did you think of the display of unity that the Cowboys held prior to the game last night, where they took a knee prior to the anthem but stood lockstep for it? What'd you think about that, with Jerry Jones taking a knee, by the way?
I thought they nailed it. I really did. And I find it amazing. That when they held their arms together and walked out in the middle of the field and took a knee before the anthem, prior to the anthem, people were still booing. Like, whoa. You see football players take knees all the time, and the anthem is not even playing right now, and you're still booing. That's just kind of amazing to me. It reminds me, Rich, that we're getting into a place where people are just it just becomes a fight. I'm not with you. I don't care what you say or what you do or how you do it. I'm not with you. It's not about some of the things that people are using to perpetuate the situation by saying, you disrespecting the flag, you're doing this, because they didn't disrespect the flag. They did it before, and you still booed. And that's amazing to me. That's just amazing to me.
Well, it's also amazing, too, just the visual of Jerry Jones on a knee. If I had told you when this was first happening a year ago that Jerry Jones would wind up taking a knee because it was something that Donald Trump said, what would you have said, Irv? That is just truly those are the facts. Obviously, there are many details behind those facts, obviously, but that's the optic. He took a knee last night.
And we talked about this when Colin started it all, and everybody said, how far do you think this is going to go? Everybody said it would continue to go, but we didn't know it would go to the highest office and do the things that it's doing now. What's amazing to me is even when I saw President Trump speaking about it, I guess yesterday, he was trying to say that, this is not about race. It's not about race. It's about respecting the flag. Well, I understand what he's trying to say, but the reality is you can't now determine what it's about after Colin Kaepernick started it, and he was the one that said what it was about. So whatever you're doing, you're reacting. I said reacting, not responding. Responding is a positive way of approaching a situation. Reacting is a negative way. You're reacting to what he started, and he started it about race. You can't change the narrative in the middle just because you want to.
Irv, take care of yourself. Are you part of the crew going to Green Bay this week, or you have the road week off?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Green Bay. You better believe it. I'm going out there, Rich. You're not going with us, huh?
No, I'll wave to you through the television set. And then on top of it, when I see you on Saturday, I'm always to your right. You're always to my left at the game day morning meeting. I'll wave to you when we get to the segment about who's leading the picks race. I will wave to you.
Rich, I was leading. You only, what'd you win, about one? I know you.
No, by two.
Last week when I was leading, nobody said a word.
That's right.
And now, Rich, when I said, once Rich get out, just about all he need is one game out there. And when he gets one game out, then we have the whole show talking about the leader. But when I was the leader last week, nobody said a word.
That's correct. You didn't say anything that's incorrect. You were correct. That was not fake news. None of what you just said was fake news. It was highly accurate, Irv, but it's also the case.
All you got to do is own up to it, Richie. You owned up to it. I can't say anything to that.
I'm raising my hand. Irv, I'll see you soon. Love you, bud.
All right, buddy. Love you, man.
That's Michael Irv.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.